Imagine holding the future in your hands, only to realize you don't need hands to control it anymore. For years, we've been told that virtual reality is almost there. We've worn the heavy plastic boxes, we've dealt with the grainy lenses, and we've tripped over wires. But as we sit here in 2026, the whispers coming out of Meta's reality labs aren't just whispers anymore. They are sirens. The Meta Quest 4 isn't just an incremental upgrade from the Quest 3. It is a fundamental divorce from everything we thought VR had to be. We are talking about a device that could effectively end the era of the headset and begin the era of spatial glasses. Welcome to my channel Tech Launch. Subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon for the new tech updates. If you think this is just another gaming console, you're already missing the bigger picture. Mark Zuckerberg isn't just building a toy, he's building the successor to the smartphone. And according to the latest internal leaks, the Quest 4 is the weapon he's using to finally take down the Apple Vision Pro. Today, we are going deep. We are peeling back the layers of Project Pismo, Project Puffin, and the secret Phoenix prototype. We're going to talk about the death of the controller, the move to Micro-OLED, and the controversial puck design that is splitting the VR community in two. Stick around, because by the end of this, you'll realize that the Quest 3 you're holding might be the last traditional VR headset you ever own. To understand where the Quest 4 is going, we have to look at the massive gamble Meta is taking right now. For the last decade, the formula was simple. Put the screen, the battery, and the computer on the user's face. It worked, but it was heavy. It was front-heavy, it caused neck strain, and let's be honest, it looked ridiculous. But the Quest 4 is rumored to be moving toward a split architecture design. Imagine a headset that weighs less than a pair of ski goggles. By moving the brain and the lungs, the processor and the battery, off your face and into a small, sleek, compute puck that clips to your waist or sits in your pocket. This changes everything. By removing that weight, Meta can finally achieve what they call all-day wearability. We're talking about 180-degree field of view, 4K resolution per eye, and a form factor so light you actually forget you're wearing it. But this move comes with a price. A literal price. Rumors suggest a starting point of $800. That's a massive jump from the $499 we're used to. Is Meta abandoning the budget gamer? Or is the technology inside so revolutionary that $800 feels like a steal? Let's talk about the eyes. The Quest 4 is bringing back a feature that was tragically stripped from the Quest 3, eye and face tracking. But this isn't the clunky version we saw in the Quest Pro. This is high-fidelity, sub-millimeter tracking. Why does this matter for you? 2 words: foveated rendering. Your eyes only see in high detail in a very small circle at the center of your vision. With the Quest 4 tracking exactly where you look, it can pour all its processing power into that tiny spot, making the graphics look 10 times more realistic than they actually are. It's a cheat code for photorealism. When you look at a character in a game, they'll look back. They'll see your smile, your wink, your frustration. The social uncanny valley is about to be bridged. And then there's the controversial part. The part that has the hardcore gamers worried. The death of the controllers. Sources indicate that Meta is considering shipping the standard Quest